Sell your games. I mean, a lot of people out here sell their games $5 below brick and mortar stores, and a lot of people will be like, well, they're cheaper than brick and mortar stores. But along with that is, you don't get the warranty like you was mentioned. You don't get the satisfaction to be able to come in and play and hang out. And as everybody knows, like we say, we have to pay taxes. We employ employees. I mean, there's a lot going into brick and mortar stores. This guy works. He used to work when he was selling out of his house. He was taking deals at like 3 in the morning, 4 in the morning to help get our store started while I was just sleeping.
Well, it's true. Adding to that too, things like eBay and Amazon. I could have some screen name, video game reseller, 1987.
Yeah.
You don't know who I am, but come into my store, you know me by name. You have a place to go, stuff like that. So yeah, reseller is the title. It can be used for us definitionally, but our definition has that asterisk that adds all those extra things.
Yeah,
we guarantee you.
I think for most of us, I think our prices are really fair. I mean, like you see some stores, you go in the mall, they got a Smash Bros. Melee for 70, 80 bucks. It doesn't work like that for us. We're really close in price charting, and I think that's one thing that has made us successful. A lot of people go out there looking to, buy at the cheapest and sell at the very highest, which is, great, but you're not gonna last. Like I gave my example earlier, I paid 40, 45 bucks for a Super Smash Bros. Melee, sell it for $50. And, the customer comes out happy. If you bought it from us, there's times where you pay 50, 60, 70% back cash for games from our customers if it's something we move for you. So I think one key to a successful business store is also having a great point of sale system. We have a point of sale system that brings everything in tiers. So if it's a game that moves more, we pay more. If it's a game that's going to sit there forever, like a Top Gun, we pay less. And so it really has helped our store a lot because we have 3 full-time employees that help us out now. We grow from just Greg and I, 3 full-time employees. And then there, it's a lot going on there because when you have employees, you have to watch a lot. They're taking trade-ins, they're buying stuff for you, they're customer service. They could really close down your store when you're not there. And so, a great point of sale system helps you, be able to watch them and help keep track to make sure they're not doing good. I don't know if you ever go into a business, you have 3 or 4 employees, you're constantly going to be firing employees. It really stinks, but if they're not doing a good job, I mean, they could really close down their business.
It's got a high turnover, but fortunately for us, we haven't even had to really fire one employee. So we found a really good bunch. And like he was saying, there's a lot of point of sale systems out there. That is very important. Because like sitting right here with y'all right now, we can check our trade-ins, what came in already. And if they paid, say, Under Defeat on PS3, it's an $80 game, but if they saw it sell sealed for like 190 or something and paid them 120, I mean, I can see that from here and call them up, what happened, what did you just do? So that way they're on their toes a little more. And then, but if we're not there, we won't see it until we get there. I mean, they can be giving out screwy deals all day. I mean, they can cost you a few $100,000 over the week.
Yeah.
So it's very important to get a good point of sale system.
It works both ways. We had an employee pay a guy $6 for a Mario 64, and I had to call him up and say, hey, man, you're paying him too less. It's a game you pay more for. So
yeah.
I know I kind of got off track here, but if you do think about going to a video game store, you got to really look at distributors' point of sale system, corporations, entities. There's a lot of stuff to research and realize it's just not a money maker. I mean, you go in there, you got to realize if you sell $30,000, that inventory probably costs you $20,000, so your profit's $10,000. Off that, you're buying back $5,000 to $10,000 of games. So now you're down to $5,000 cash. From there, you're paying rent, you're paying employee, you're paying self-employment tax on yourself. So you got to really realize when you're opening a video game store, it's not to make a lot of money. It's to actually just have a job you like, work for yourself, and you take a big risk of, being your own business owner that you're not going to make a lot of money. You just still be living paycheck to paycheck.
Yeah. So to summarize that, we're broke.
But we have a job we enjoy, and we have a lot of video games.
And here we are. We're wealthy in video games.
Each one of you are just single store operators or owners?
Yes,
you used to have a second one that closed down.
Yes, yes.
Everybody. So when you went to negotiate your lease agreement, and what kind of things did you look at, like square footage and things of that nature?
On that one that I shut down, I shut it down voluntarily because
you told me it was bad crime.
It was a really bad area, but I had how long? 6 months free rent to trial. That's all it was.
Sweet.
Trial.
Right.
So since it was a trial, he was trying to get us to lock down into a 5-year lease.
Right.
And no, No. The area was bad. I mean, 10-year-old kids stealing, et cetera, et cetera. It's
Right.
just really terrible. And I'm not gonna put my employees at risk like that to make a couple $100 a week. It's just not gonna happen.
Any tips for negotiation?
I got a great tip for you, man. So our first store location was never built out. A lot of stores you go to, they want you to pay build out. They want you to pay, first month rent. Well, this owner, we told him we leveraged by using another location right down the road. We first of all said, hey, this location's offering us this much per square foot. And one thing you gotta look at, you gotta realize, is it triple net or not triple net? Triple net means you're paying the taxes, not triple net means, they cover the taxes. Most retail locations are triple net.
Plus cam, right?
Yeah, plus cam.
Yeah.
So what I did is, or what Greg and I did is, we went to the location down the road and we met with both owners, and then we saw what he was offering, and then we kind of went to this other guy, the spot we really wanted to go. And as you know, the main thing of any business is location, location, location.
Absolutely.
Going back to your question though, we used the other landlord and said, hey man, he's offering this much, he's willing to build it out, he's willing to do this, what are you willing to do? And we made them kind of negotiate back and forth by saying, hey, this guy's giving us this, this guy's giving us this. How long has your location been vacant? You gotta do your research. You call the guy up, talk to him over the phone first time, how long you been vacant, what kind of traffic you have going in there, and you use all that, and then you meet up at time with them. And like I said, I leveraged off another location right down the road.
Were you able to leverage any type of X amount of months for free rent?
We did. We got 6 months half off.
Yeah.
Now that's our first location, because he wanted us to go into it. What he was doing, what helped us is, he needed this spot leased out in order to refinance his building. To get a lower interest rate, you had to have so much. I'll talk to some other store owners. In order to refinance a building, I talked to my real estate agent, you have to have so much of it leased out. So he was missing 2 spots that weren't leased out. If he was to lease out this spot, he was able to refinance the building and get a lower interest rate. So he was able to save some money. So based off that, we were able to get 6 months half off. We were able, at first, he told us $26 a square foot, and we were able to get that all the way down to like 21. So like 6 months, we paid $21 a square foot.
Y'all are giving me heart attacks.
It's really expensive down in the Houston area. This is outside the loop. We were able to drop the square footage by almost $5. A lot of people want a personal guarantee. I don't know about you, but I'm not personally guaranteeing any of my assets on a small business at first. It's very,
You didn't even do it for the first year?
No.
Even at that half off?
I was able to talk him out of it. I was
You
like,
said no.
I don't know if a lot of people know about personal guarantee, but if you personal guarantee anything, your business fails, they come back against you, your house, your cars.
Come back
Well,
and
they-
steal the shit out.
Now they come back. Now it depends on how you set up your business. We're a partnership, a limited liability corporation. So he would be able to take back anything in the business.
Yeah.
Now, if you're a sole partnership and you're a single member LLC, you're not protected. You're not protected on, so they could actually come back at your own personal assets. And this is all tax stuff, so that's what kind of helped me out being part of the business.
Thank God.
So depending on how you set up your business, is what they could actually come back against you on that personal guarantee. Now, most landowners that I talk to know that, hey, if you fail, more like you don't have nothing because you put everything in your business, so they don't want to go to court and sue you for it because it's just not worth their money. But they
Right,
could.
yeah.
Depends on the person though, because the people we deal with directly are the owners. Sometimes you get a manager of a bigger one. That's the one they're going to come after you. They
Like a
don't
new
care.
quest.
Yes,
Yeah,
they
yeah.
don't care.
So, like I said, we used another store down the road, leverage off that. We were able to negotiate our rent, personal guarantee, went from 5-year lease to a 3-year lease. And some places you go, they have what they call percentage rent. If anybody looks at opening a shop in the mall, they have what they say, okay, this much over, this much sales. If you sell $30,000 a month, anything over $30,000, we want 15%.
Run.
And you're able to negotiate it, but depending on where it is, they're accustomed to getting that. It could range anywhere from 5% to 15%. We were looking at
Basically, when you guys did your build out, all you had to do is do what? The panels?
for us, we played slat wall fixtures.
Yeah,
Most
that's
stores
about it.
require you to build it out. We went to look at another location. They wanted us. They said they wouldn't even talk to us. They wanted to build out the whole store. I remember looking at this plan. To build out our store, it was like $170,000. It was completely gutted. AC,
Right.
everything. It was a brand new building, and he offered to do all that for us. So that's kind of
Very fortunate.
yeah, very fortunate. A lot of places aren't like that. But you're looking at fixtures, slat wall, your inventory. You're gonna need. We use slat wall, just the little racks that go on the slat wall. They're $10 a pop, $7 to $10 each. We bought over
You have so many of those.
1,000 racks.
Easy.
There's like 700 racks or something like
I
that.
hate those things.
Between the two stores. So it
Me
really
too.
adds up. I say if you go into a store, minimum $30,000
In the bank.
for just fixtures. The sign, our sign was $4,000.
Oh,
You didn't have that sign initially when you opened, did you?
We did.
From day one?
We went day one, we brought it all out. You know, we probably didn't go, we had a banner while we were waiting on it, but we went, you know, if we're opening a business, we went all out. We want to make sure it's as nice as we get it because you got one shot. I mean, was it the smartest thing to do? Probably not, because you could have had just a banner there.
Right.
But we want to look very professional. There's multiple times where we changed out layout, bought more displays. We just redid our floor because we used proxy and it's starting to tear up. So all that's out of our pocket. So I mean, it's you gotta have a lot of capital.
And those really nice plastic shelves from Walmart, they're about $10 a pop. They work really nice.
But you gotta remember too, that, yeah, they have the space. You can't be a store without a physical space, right? But without you in it, they're not getting paid. So that's your leverage. You are the person looking to pay them for the space. So house, a full house, it's a 1,600 square foot house. I mean, you have your collection in the house already. You know how to display video games. You know how to display, you know, toys. So you do it already. So for us, it was very natural to find a place that was built residential, but zoned business, and you know, it worked out really, really well. We were able to leverage the landlord to not only drop our rent to under $1 square foot, and he paved the whole back area, gave us a whole like eight spot parking in the back. We have private parking all the way in the back. So we get people who bring really nice trades that don't have to pull them out on the street. They get to go behind my building, pull it out, and there's an entrance right in the back.
That's awesome.
So
Yeah, what we did with my store, Video Game Wizard, was we got lucky right as we were going into business. Blockbuster was going out of business, so we went to a Blockbuster and we bought all their shelves, all their fixtures. It was like $700.
yeah,
We got a ton of, but there was even a little sealing machine that had the air dryer and everything. And we got all the all the shelves that they had all the movies on, all the game shelves. So it worked out almost perfectly. They went out of business in October. We opened in November, so
That is awesome.
yeah, it was like perfect timing.
I'm thinking one bit of advice on that is, if you're going to open a business, you don't have to buy everything new. Like they were saying, I'd like go offer up Craigslist. You can find slat wall in there. I mean, slat wall's $45, $50 a pop.
Right,
And,
yeah, 8 by
I mean,
4, right? It's like $50.
Yeah, about $50. We bought it. We went everything to this fixture store. $50 a piece for slat wall. I mean, you can honestly find it on Craigslist or offer up. The hard part of us was finding enough pieces of the same color. But if you start looking now and start, you know, climate control storage or something, storing it or whatever, you know, you could really leverage off finding stuff off Craigslist and discounting the store fixtures to really save some money.
A lot of people were just giving this stuff away for free. We found a lot of stuff like that. People just say, come pick it up. You're good.
Take it down, pick it up.
and don't be afraid to build stuff.
Yeah.
Get dirty, man. You're gonna do that already. I promise.
Yeah.
Phone a friend.
Is that good? No. Okay. All right, we got to get out of here, guys. Thank you for coming.
No.
Panel.